Hey everyone, welcome to Let's Get Ready for the Journey.
Welcome everyone. Tonight we continue our series, our foundation series, Instructions for Life, learning what Jesus taught us from the Sermon on the Mount. And tonight we focus on loving our neighbors.
Yeah. So, of course, every week we like to come to you for Let's Get Ready for the Journey, and we're going to bring you the focus. And then we're going to continue that discussion the next night, Wednesday night at 6 o'clock for the journey. We're really going to dig in deep and try to come up with some tools because loving your neighbor is not always easy. A lot of times it's tough. It's easy when your neighbor's loving you, but what about when they're not?
Right.
That's not so easy.
Right. And along with some ideas of how to love your neighbor that maybe you haven't thought of, we want to spend a minute right now to highlight how Highland Valley is loving our neighbors this month and what you can do to help. We actually have a lot going on, and it's all focused on our neighbors and our community, a little bit on our kids, but we want to tell you how you can help love your neighbor this month.
Yeah. First up, we're collecting children's books. New and gently used children's books. Our youth department is actually heading this drive up to support the efforts of 200,000 More Reasons. So we're heading up this effort at Highland Valley to collect these books so we can take to in-gathering. But yeah, one thing that you can do, a way you can love your neighbor is to bring us some new and gently used children's books that we can donate.
Yeah, check your shelves, but also go to secondhand stores. I know there are places you can get children's books for 50 cents, so buy some and donate them to us, but we need books.
Right.
Another thing that we need this month is candy or snacks or small treats or prizes. We cannot host trunk or treat on our campus because the event is just too big and we can't do it safely. But we still want to bless our kids and the kids in our community with treats for trunk or treat. They love it, they're used to it, just providing that for them, so we want to continue to give them that little bright spot in their day. So we need candy, individually wrapped snacks, or little prizes that we can bless our own kids with from Highland Valley, but also we're going to give to the people, the families and the kids that drive through the food bank on Wednesdays.
Yes, and another thing that we can do, treats from the table. This is an effort from our very own table Sunday school class. We're collecting snacks and drinks to take to our neighboring schools for our teachers. They're going through so much right now and are facing so much stress and not able to do the things that they want to do. Can't love the kids in the way that they normally would.
Yeah,
they have
and
to
I
keep
think we
apart.
thought it would get easier, but I think the opposite. From what I'm hearing from teacher friends, it's just getting harder, and it's not going away, and they need something. Some little pick-me-up throughout their really hard day and the year they've had. So this is our way of saying, we support you, we're praying for you, we care about you, keep up the hard work.
Yeah, and we're always accepting donations for our food pantry too. This seems like a lot, but it's not. It's not too much to handle because we're collecting all this every Wednesday from 11 to 6. So you can come by 11 to 6 and drop it off in Building A, or you can contact the church office and we can set up a time for you. But so food for our food pantry, children's books,
snacks for adults.
Yeah.
Snacks for kids and candy for kids.
Candy. Yeah.
And it does seem like a lot, but each of these things is dollars. I mean, it's such a small amount if you're going out to buy something to donate.
Right, and you can do it all at the same time too, so it's not so overwhelming.
Yeah.
Last thing is we're talking about love your neighbor. So we have these face masks that are talking about loving your neighbor.
Yeah, they were donated.
Yeah. So we have these on our cross back here. If you would like to pick up your very own Love Your Neighbor face mask, you can just come up here to Highland Valley and take one off our prayer cross. But we have other things on here too.
Yeah, we're asking if you come take a face mask, which we want you to. We also would like you to take a prayer ribbon. And we did these at the beginning of school. If you can, take one of these ribbons. They have a school, a staff, a child's name. Sorry, lots of traffic. And we want you to make a commitment to pray for this child. Just pray pray specifically for the person on this ribbon. So I'm going to take Lindley and Harper, and I'm going to pin it on my visor in my car so I see it every time I go somewhere. And I'm going to take a mask for myself, and I'm going to make a commitment to pray for these kids.
Yes. So many ways that we can love our neighbor. Thank you for joining us tonight, and definitely tune back in tomorrow night, Wednesday night at 6 o'clock for the journey, for some tools and techniques and tips of how we can better love our neighbor. Hope to see you then.